people this past Holy Week.
Oo.
Ika, kumusta ang Holy Week
Grabe.
mo?
At nakahinga talaga
Recharge.
ako. Kinailangan ko talaga yung hangin, yung
Yeah.
buhangin,
Yung-
lahat ng yan.
Amen.
Oo, amen talaga, Mamu.
Kami
Talagang,
naman.
alam mo, napaka-importante na talagang magnilay-nilay rin tayo. At
Yes.
syempre, mag-detox. We need that for our souls.
Tama.
But anyway,
kahit nagbi-beach, 'di ba? Kahit happy-happy, there's always a moment na ikaw ay nilay-nilay.
Oo, correct.
Kami din ganun din. Thursday, yung aming yearly tradition of Bisita Iglesia, 7 churches, and Friday, yung aming yearly panata for 20 years now, na nagdo-drawing si Papo ng Face of Christ, na dati siya lang yung
Yes.
gumagawa.
Yes.
The Face of Jesus, di
Naalala
ba?
ko yun. Nakikita ko
Every
yung
year
post
yan,
niya.
walang mintis, from 12 noon to 3 p.m. So, meron na naman si Papong ginawa. I-visit nyo lang yung aming socials. Nandun po makikita nyo yung Face of Christ na ginawa ni Papo, at sumasama na din yung aming mga anak. Habang ako po ang inyong lingkod, ang inyong mama, ay taga-video. Ay, ang aking artistic and creative input. Kasi kung wala ako, sino magvi-video? Walang taga-document,
Correct,
diba?
totoo.
So, ako yung taga-document. So, yun na po. Kaya meaningful lagi ang Holy Week sa amin.
Oo.
Ayan.
So anyway, sa pagbabalik natin sa ating Saturday Habit, kasama nyo kaming mga Inays to the max, di ba? Para pumakitsikahan. At nandito po kami Inays to the rescue. Ako po si Mj Marfori.
At ako naman po ang inyong mamu at kainay na Tintin Babao. At ito ang Inay ko po.
Yun na nga, Mamu. Kasi, di ba, nakapag nilay-nilay tayo, nakapag-reflect tayo, makakatulong ito para sa topic natin. Dahil isa to sa mga requirements para maging successful ang topic natin, which is
Egg freezing.
Oo.
I'm sure marami sa inyo ang biglang naging familiar dito sa egg freezing kasi nasa socials yan ba? Nasa mga balita yung tungkol kay Carla Abellana na nagpa-freeze ng egg tapos hina-harvest yung egg. It's another way para magkaroon po kayo ng baby kung nawawalan kayo ng pag-asa. May isa pa hong way. Ayan. Iba pa to sa IVF, di ba? Itong egg freezing, iba pa yung pag-harvest ng eggs. Possible pala yun, pag-harvest ng
Actually,
eggs. Oo.
hindi lang yon para sa mga wala pang anak.
Yeah.
Ikaw kung gusto mo, sundan pa yung anak mo, and then, di ba, you feel like you have a deadline already, pwede ka magpa-harvest din ng eggs after your first child, di ba? Tama ba yun, Doc?
Oo.
Ayun,
yes.
mamaya, mapag-uusapan pa natin yan.
Oo,
di
sana
ba?
kung may itlog pa ako pero wala na
Ayun.
Kasi menopausal na ako since 50 years
Malay
old, 54
mo, di ba may
na ako.
post-menopause
Paano
baby,
kaya?
mga ganong instances?
Tatanungin mamaya kay
Oo,
Doc, paano
correct.
kung wala lang egg? Paano kung menopausal na? Meron pa bang itlog na nakatago?
Oo, baka pwedeng i-resurrect. Di ba? May extinct animals nga na resurrect eggs pa kaya.
Oo nga, di ba si
Malay natin.
Romulus and
Oo.
Remus? Imagine mo.
Grabe.
Na-clone nila. Ay,
Ibang
kakatakot.
klase. Pero
Ayun.
anyway,
Eto
meron
na.
tayong mukbangan for today. Lasagna na yummy. At chika ng taon, creamiest daw. Huhusgahan natin yan mamaya. At iba't iba pang tradisyon ng mga pamilya, pagkwentuhan natin. Because of course, this is the moment, di ba? Holy Week. After ito, summer vacation naman. Magbuo tayo ng maraming tradition with our family. Please, i-share nyo ano yung mga tradisyon nyo sa inyong mga pamilya.
At speaking of tradition, di ba, katatapos lang ng Holy Week. On Monday, going to sa Saturday, magta-Taiwan naman kami with my mom who has dementia for 3 years now. And naging pact na namin na aming mga siblings, no, yung dalawa kong kapatid. Meron kaming pact, yan, na every year since she was diagnosed with dementia, na meron kaming sibling travel with mom.
Oh, wow.
Diba? Although, sad, hindi niya na naalala. Like, di niya naalala, nag-Hong Kong kami. The following year, di niya naalala, nag-Bangkok kami. Di niya naalala yung elephants. Pero yung pinakita na namin yung photos, videos, ayun, naalala na niya. So, this year, Taiwan naman yung pinili namin because it's the perfect place for dementia people or for seniors, no? Na sumasakit ang mga buto at kalamnan pag masyadong malamig. Na ayaw rin naman nila sobrang init. Pero Taiwan, chill. Sakto lang, parang Tagaytay, parang Baguio, ganyan.
Yeah, and I feel like pag nasa Taiwan nga ako, feeling ko parang nasa Pilipinas na ako kasi lahat ng apps may parehas. Isang book nandun na pinapa-deliver ko rin yung pagkain.
Ay, talaga, meron din. Same apps, ha?
Oo.
Ay, kasi ibang bansa,
Yung
iba sa ibang
green
bansa,
app.
walang Viber.
Oo, yung green
iba,
app.
WhatsApp lang,
Oo.
mga ganon. Dito, doon
Yung
meron.
green app.
Oh.
Tsaka may U app din.
Meron,
Oo.
eh, yung mga
Eats.
shopping apps, wala.
Ayan.
Diba?
Oh, meron din. Pero nasa iyo kung may time kang antayin yung delivery.
Ay, naman excited ako sa Taiwan. Yung dandun daw yung first ever bubble tea. Napunta mo ba yun?
Sobrang sarap.
Kung saan na-invento yung bubble tea?
Hindi ako umiinom ng, hindi ako ma-milk tea.
Ako rin din naman
Basically,
Pero
hindi ako
for
mahilig.
ano lang, for
Pero
vlog.
guess what? nung tinikman ko yun,
Oh,
ibang klase
talaga.
yung boba. Iba yung ibang klase, pati yung pagka, yung tapioca na
Yun
live,
nga daw,
live
dun
mo
daw
makikita.
ginagawa, oo.
Napakasarap. 10 out of 10.
Gano'n na makaba pila?
Mahaba, yun
Ay,
lang
shucks,
din.
ano?
At katapat pa niya yung Pop Mart, so good luck.
So, dapat mga alas 5 ng madaling araw, doon na kami ng nanay
Hindi
ko.
naman,
Char.
napakaganda ng Pop Mart doon. Tapos, yun yung kaharap niya, kung saan yung branch na yun, sa Siminding ng First Milk Tea.
Doon mismo yung hotel namin, siya si Minding.
Oo, at napakasarap kumain sa Taiwan, so enjoy.
Mamaya, bigyan mo ako ng tips.
Nako,
Kasi
lahat ng
nakapunta ka na
tips.
ng Taiwan.
Correct.
First time.
Oo,
So, yun naman.
pati park.
Park as in park. Park yun, hindi.
Hindi, park.
Park kasi mga botanical parks,
Yes,
ganyan.
oo. Napakaganda.
Sige. Yan ang gusto ng mami ko.
Para
mga
siyang
flowers.
para siyang magpinsang Japan and
Yun
Korea
nga daw,
combined.
you don't need to spend as much as if you're going to Japan. Kasi dito, parang Japan feels, pero super mura daw ng pagkain.
Yeah. And honestly, yung tambayan din maganda. Yung parang Korean neighborhoods, may mga ganun sila.
May ganun, ayun.
Sa
Pero
Daan
budget.
District. Daan District. Tapos yung mga mall, napakaganda. Huwag ka mag-alala, hindi ka mahihirapan. Ibibigay ko sa'yo lahat, Mammu. Tsaka isang tap lang yan, nandun ka na.
Isang tap.
Oh, isang
Ganyan.
tap lang yan,
Okay.
nandun ka na. At marami rin tayong mga Pinoy driver doon.
Ay, talaga?
Oh, pwede ko i-walk up sa'yo.
Oo, kasi hindi pwede mag-bus si mama eh.
Ay,
Or mag-train. Kailangan taxi lagi.
Hindi, madali lang yung taxi.
Madali lang din.
Oo nga, isang app nga eh. Hindi ka
That's
maliligaw.
why you're my chingo. O, ayan ang gagawin natin sa week na darating. Samantala.
Samahan niyo po kami isang oras ng kwentuhan ngayong umaga. Tutok lang po sa 1PH Signal Channel 1, Signal Play app, Facebook, YouTube ng 1PH, 105.9 True FM. At
Ito na nga tayo sa ating Inay Knows Best. O sa mga kababaihan, na yun nga sabi namin ni MJ kanina, gustong magkaroon ng baby o di kaya may baby na, pero gustong i-freeze muna yung eggs for many years to come, whatever, until they're ready to get pregnant again, no? May option po para sa inyo, egg freezing ang tawag dyan.
oo, so ngayon tatalakayin natin the nitty-gritty. Paano nga ba yung proseso nito? At magkano naman kaya ang aabutin? Magkano ang ating isi-save para rito? Ang tanong natin, sasagutin ni Dr. Ednalyn Ong How, Medical Director of Conceive IVP Manila.
Good morning, Doc!
Good morning, Doc!
Good morning, Inay MJ and Mammu Tintin.
Oh my gosh!
Po sa ating mga manunood. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat.
Grabe.
Na-excite naman ako kasi
Sobra.
ikaw pala mismo ang celebrated doctor na although sa post ni Carla, hindi ko alam kung na-mention niya kayo
I think, yes.
specifically.
Yes.
Ayan, kaya ikaw pala si Doc Ednalyn na yun,
Oo.
na nag-harvest ng eggs kay Carla Abellana.
Opo.
Oo.
Diba?
At ngayon po, ano napapansin nyo bago tayo na sa proseso, no? Gaano ka in demand ang egg freezing ngayon?
So, right now, it's becoming more popular. Mas madami na kaming nakukuhang patients who are coming in just for egg freezing or what we call the social egg freezing. Kasi meron kasing medical egg freezing na
Ano
tinatawag.
yung difference?
So, before, yung egg freezing, nung inintroduce siya or una siyang ginagawa, it's really for medical reasons. So, ito yung kunwari, yung babae na diagnosed with cancer. So, before they undergo surgery or chemotherapy, so nire-refer sila sa amin for egg freezing. Lalo na kung yung surgery na gagawin sa kanila or yung chemotherapy is makaka-affect sa ovarian reserve nila. Yung pool of eggs na meron tayo. Kasi once naubos yon, hindi yon ma-replenish. Mauubos lang siya. Kasi nung pinanganak tayo, nandun na lahat yon. Lahat yon ng eggs natin na ipanganak na with us. Unti-unti siyang nawawala.
Parang collagen. Siyempre, beauty agad. Yung parang collagen.
Na unti-unting nawawala.
Nawawala.
Ganun pala.
Oo.
Hindi pala, akala ko kasi, Doc, as you grow older, year by year, nagpo-produce pa ng
No.
eggs. Hindi
Or
pala.
nare-revive.
No.
Hindi pala, nandun na pala
Nandun na
lahat.
siya.
Oo.
So, hindi na siya nadadagdagan. Unlike men who keep on producing every 3 months, tayo, kung ano yung na-produce nung pinanganak tayo, yun na yun. So, we were born with all the eggs that we will ever have.
How many eggs does a woman have? Curious lang.
Actually, at birth, that's around 2 million. And then tapos paunti na siya ng paunti. By puberty, around 500,000 na. At around 37
30s,
years old,
yeah.
around na lang siya, 25,000.
Pag 40s?
Siguro yung mga 51, around 1,000 na lang siya. So, konti-konti lang. And then, yung whole reproductive lifespan natin, we only use around 250 eggs lang talaga.
Ayun. Wow.
Grabe. Ngayon, oo. FYI.
How old are you na?
36.
So, she has...
So around 25,000.
Marami ka pang eggs, pa-harvest mo na.
Oo nga eh.
Hindi? Wag, kaya pa. Mag-baby ka lang talaga
Oo.
mo, no? Wala ka pang 40s eh.
Pero bukod po dito, yung sinasabi niyo doon, yun yung medical.
Oh, yeah.
Ngayon,
So,
ginagawa
sorry.
niyo lang
Ay,
siya.
another one. Medical
So that's
and...
the medical. Yun yung naging reason before. Not only for cancer, kunwari,
Yeah.
they will have to undergo surgery na
Related to ano?
to the ovaries, na talagang pag na-surgery, matatanggal yung ovary nila, or kunwari, talagang yung cystectomy, pero ang sobrang laki, konti na lang yung maiiwan na ovary. So sometimes we can do egg freezing first. Yun yung dating indication niya for fertility preservation for medical reasons. Now, it has been being used to circumvent age-related infertility. So, kaya tinatawag siyang social egg freezing
Ayun na.
kasi it's not medically indicated. So, ito, para to sa mga babae, kababaihan, na hindi pa ready to get pregnant for whatever reason. Kunwari, nag-aaral pa sila, or they want to be more, mag-improve sa career pa nila, or even as simple as hindi pa nila nahanap yung perfect partner father.
Yeah, and
Yes.
and because ang iba na yung goals ngayon ng kababaihan, drastically change. Kaya nga may mga bansa tayo like Korea, Japan,
Yeah.
who gives incentives, kahit Australia, who gives incentives
Yeah.
if i-prioritize yung pamilya at yung baby making, di ba? Dahil ang
Yeah.
dami na talagang, lalo na yung mga developed countries na ang daming pwedeng gawin, daming pwedeng puntahan,
Yeah.
di ba? Ba't pa siyang baby? And this economy? Charot.
Yeah.
Di ba yung lagi sinasabi ng mga Gen Z ngayon, in this economy?
Oo.
Magbe-baby
Oo.
pa ba ako in this economy? Ang mahal-mahal.
Tama. Last priority na yan ng mga kabataan ngayon, globally ha,
Oo.
na mag-baby. Kaya nga, di ba, tama kayo, nanghihikayat ngayon, pati Italy, tumira lang kayo dito, kami na
Oo.
magbabayad sa inyo kasi sobrang matatanda nang nandun. Pag namatay pa at nawala yung matatanda na yun, what will happen to their country?
Oo.
Di ba? Pero ano, ilang
That's what's
taon?
happening to Japan.
Japan,
Old
Korea.
population, yes.
Oh, marami. Old population na
Oo.
talaga.
And on the flip side of it, kaya rin maganda itong egg freezing na option is because honestly, if you're listening to us right now and you have the budget at successful ka na kahit young in your
Tama
20s
naman.
ka pa lang,
Yeah.
wala ka pang partner, you can have this option kasi mas healthy pa yung eggs
Yes.
mo. At
Correct.
marami pang
Yeah,
pwedeng
at the time of
ma-harvest.
harvest.
Yung
Yeah.
quality ng itlog mo ngayon,
pa.
maganda.
Yeah, pero ano, gaano katagal pwede i-freeze yung egg?
So, that's correct. The earlier na magawa siya, the better, because you are right. Ano siya? The sooner kasi, mas bata ka, mas maganda pa yung quality.
Premium eggs.
Kasi actually, yung mga studies ngayon, nakikita nila at the age of 35, drastic yung pagbaba ng number of eggs. And not only the quantity, even the quality. Kaya nga at the age of 35, biglang bagsak ang fertility rate mo, and yung miscarriage mo tumataas naman. It's because yung mga abnormal eggs madami na din. So kaya gusto natin mas maaga, mas maganda kasi quality eggs pa siya.
Question is, how much?
So how much? Hindi naman masyadong mahal. So in our clinics, Kato clinics, usually we ask patient to prepare around 220 to 250,000.
Ooh.
That's for the process.
Okay.
Meaning giving you the medications, getting the egg, and that will include 3 years of freezing already.
Oh, wow.
I'm speaking for our centers, okay?
Yes,
And
yes,
then,
yes.
after the 3rd year, you will have to pay 13,500 more or less
Per
for
year.
the yearly freezing.
Wow!
For
not
all the
bad.
eggs.
Hindi naman pala milyon.
No.
Alam mo
Oo,
ba,
oo.
ito ako nagbibiro.
Kasi-
Dati may show sa TV5, Titas of Manila.
Oo.
Hindi pa ako inay nun. Mga back in 2017 ata yun. Tapos nun, yung topic ko nun, kakabukas lang nung egg freezing sa isang hospital. And parang starting at 60K dati. So, pero pag narinig mo ngayon yung pinapaprepare, sobrang laki. Ang sinasabi ni Doc Edna din, sobrang okay yung
Diba?
price nila.
250.
Sobrang okay yung price nila. And yung yearly na 13,000, 'di ba? Malay mo gusto mo nang gamitin yung mga eggs mo, 'di ba?
Yes.
But let's talk about the process. What is the process? You said may medication. You start with
Okay. So, paghahanda muna. So, para maging systematic tayo. So, when the patient comes to us wanting to do egg freezing, so we get the history, we run some tests. And when everything is okay, we start them with some vitamins, with some supplements, and then we tell them to stop smoking first, stop drinking, and if they need to lose weight, we advise them that. And then, after that, pag ready na, they come to the clinic, we advise them to come to the clinic around day 2 to day 3 of their cycle. So, day 1 is the first day of the cycle. So, we think this is still the best time to do the stimulation. So, on day 2, we will see them in the center or in the clinic. We'll do ultrasound, And then if everything is okay, we'll start giving them medications. So that's around 8 to 11 days of injections. And then during the time that we're giving injections, we usually monitor it through ultrasound. So when the follicles are big enough, then we schedule the patient, we trigger them for the egg harvest. So yung egg harvest, sa clinic lang siya ginagawa. So hindi kailangan ma-admit sa hospital. Outpatient, the process is only 15 to 30 minutes depending on the number of eggs na
Makikita na agad before the
Makukuha.
harvest itself, yung number of eggs na ma-harvest.
number of follicles yung
Follicles,
makikita.
follicles,
Kasi yun yung sisip-sipin mo eh. Yun yung i-aspirate mo. So the egg is inside the follicle.
Yeah.
Sa vagina.
So
Yung
the
which
vagina.
one?
Yung
Through the
harvesting.
vagina. So, yun.
Vaginal.
So, yung process is parang, di ba pag nakapag-transvaginal ultrasound na
yes,
kayo,
ganun.
it's the same. Ang difference lang, yung probe ng transvaginal, may needle guide where we will insert the needle. So, this needle will pass through the cul-de-sac papunta sa ovary. So, hindi siya ganun ka-invasive. So,
Tsaka hindi siya ganun kasakit na sinasabi. Sabi na masakit. May discomfort lang.
meron. But then, like what I said, pwede naman kasing matulog. Kailangan, pwede naman sedated. Although, some of our patients, they want to watch the process, so they're awake.
Diba?
Yes.
I-harvest nyo ba talaga?
And then
Yung mga turista.
they just want, we just do it under local anesthesia.
Si Miss
So,
Carla ba was asleep?
Can I answer
O
that?
matapang siya?
No, maybe,
Okay lang.
I don't think,
Baka may patient.
Yes.
Ay, oo. Kung ako yun, tulog na lang.
Correct.
Sleep na lang ako.
Oo, actually.
Gising ko, sabi mo lang sa
I
akin, Doc,
trust
ilang
you.
eggs.
I trust you.
Mananaginip na lang ako.
What vitamins are those?
yeah, we just give some supplements prior, such as
Folic
folic acid
acid.
or other forms, and then some antioxidants. We do give that to make the environment better. Parang less trauma na to the
And then, pag ready na, o let's say ready na,
They-
na-harvest na, gusto ko na magbuntis.
okay.
Ibabalik ba yun sa loob?
So pag nakuha na namin yung eggs, going back doon, di ba,
Oo,
nandun
di
pa
ba?
lang
Oo.
tayo, na-aspirate na namin.
Okay.
On the same day, malalaman namin yon kung may laman yung follicles mo or
Okay,
wala.
oo.
So pag nakita na ng embryologist and then they see na mature, i-freeze nila yon on the same day.
Okay.
So we will advise you, ito yung number of eggs na na-freeze namin. So we can freeze it indefinitely. That's your question earlier at Mammu that I failed
Indefinitely.
to answer.
Oo.
So wala po siyang expiration. Although kung makakabasa kayo ng mga regulations sa Europe, may mga nagsasabi sila 5 years, 10 years, but these are country-specific regulations. Kasi siguro parang hindi ma-impact ng hindi na
Na hindi
nagagamit.
But scientifically,
so that's their rule na parang after 5 years, 10 years,
Oo.
itatapon na nila pag hindi mo siya binalikan.
Oo.
But technically, hindi talaga siya nag-expire.
Yun.
You can freeze it indefinitely.
kung alam ko lang, Dok, sana yung
Sana
in
oo.
my 20s, nag-harvest na ako marami, para kahit 60 na ako.
Pwede pa.
No, seriously. Even if
No.
you're late 50s, 60s, can you actually carry a baby pa in your womb? Parang di ba?
Di ba we have heard of such news? Kasi
40s na yung
technically,
Ako, the 50s
meron
yung
pa
tanong.
din.
50s
Pwede ba
eh.
din? But
pero-
kasi hindi na physiologic. Diba? Kasi nga, even our hormones, wala na. More difficult. But we've seen the news. Meron.
possible.
Pwede. Kasi you can replace the hormones eh.
If you really
If
want.
you
it,
really
pwede
want,
at least.
oo. Pero kasi even your body, hindi na siya
Hindi na kaya.
physiologically parang for carrying a baby. Your uterus, di ba, matanda na din yun. So it's not just the eggs. All of our
Yeah.
organ systems are also
So
growing
after
out.
freezing,
Yun.
let's say gusto mo na nga na
Gamitin.
gamitin.
Ano na? Ito na, Dok. Oh.
Sorry. So after nyan, it's not like we are gonna put it back sa'yo and then you can get pregnant
Yun,
on your own. That's not how it is. Doon na tayo sa IVF.
Yun na, doon pupunta
So,
sa IVF.
yes, your husband has to come to the clinic. He will provide the sperm. And then, on that day, i-thaw namin yung eggs. Tapos, i-inseminate namin with the sperm of your husband. Iko-culture namin siya to embryos. So, aalagaan muna namin siya after 3 days, after 5 days, usually 5 days. Tapos, pag ready na, that's the time we put it back sa uterus mo. So, may timing din yon. Hindi siya yung any day, gusto ko nang ilagay mo yung embryo ko sa, sa uterus ko. Usually, no. It's usually based on your ovulation then. Kasi may window of implantation tayo eh. Yun yung tatimingan namin.
And kumakagat ba agad? Kasi just to manage the expectations.
correct.
Dahil I know even IVF is very difficult, 'di ba? Parang
That's right.
1 in 3 lang yung nagpo-prosper sa ratio daw na
At mahal
narinig
yun ang
natin.
mahal yung
Okay.
IVF.
Oo,
Oh.
di ba? So, ibang gastos pa yon.
Ibang gastos pa yon.
Oo.
So, yung kaninang sinabi ko, hanggang freezing lang ng eggs
Oo,
yun.
yung 150.
So, kung magpo-proceed ka sa IVF, ibang gastos na din.
How much
But-
naman yon?
So, yung, kasi kami, in our centers, yung Cato clinics namin, we advise patients to prepare around 400 to 450 for the whole process ng IVF, ha.
Okay.
Pero
Pero million, Dok.
Hindi naman.
Kasi ilang cycles na IVF
Oh, that's just
yun?
one cycle.
one
One cycle of
cycle.
getting the egg and one cycle of putting it back. So, one transfer, one OPU,
Ayun.
then that's around
Kasi I
400
know
to
someone went to
450.
Singapore, million ginastos eh.
Mahal kasi sa Singapore,
Million,
diba?
pero
Everything.
hindi naging successful.
And then, I want to answer your
Yeah.
question to manage the expectations.
Yeah.
Kasi, even the eggs, when you throw them,
Yeah.
hindi lahat yan magsusurvive. Meron tayong sinasabing survival rate after throwing. So, for eggs, even international rates, that's only about 60 to 80%. So, hindi 100% yan na tinom mo. Kunwari,
Oo.
10 eggs.
Oo.
Pag tinom mo, 10 din yan na magsusurvive. So, that's one. Another, with IVF, when we combine it already, and then nakabuo na tayo ng embryo, and we put it back, chances of getting pregnant depending on the age. Ano pa yan? Very good, parang important factor yung age.
Yeah.
Younger patients, probably less than 40, kaya pa yan ng 50% na pregnancy rate once we put it back per embryo transfer. But for older patients, baka nag-range na yan ng mga 30 to 40% per embryo transfer.
Thanks for that. What if gusto ko magkaroon ng, ako talaga yung term ko, kasi gustong sa surrogate mother, i-implant yung embryo. Ayan.
So, unfortunately, sa Pilipinas,
Hindi legal.
hindi siya legal. We don't have laws to regulate it, kaya hindi natin siya ginagawa.
Paano kung dadalhin yung embryo sa ibang bansa kung saan legal? Pwede ba yun, Dok? Dadalhin sa Russia. Di ba si Joel Cruz dun sa,
So, they want, pwede din naman kasi na
Import.
they just want to, yung eggs nila. Actually, when the patients come to us, isa yan sa mga dinidiscuss namin. That we don't do third-party IVF, so no donor sperm, donor egg, and surrogacy. So it's not just surrogacy, para alam nila.
Ayun.
And then, so, if they want to use it, then they'll have to transfer it to other clinics. Pwede naman kasing i-move yung eggs, even abroad. Kaya.
Ito naman generic question, Doc. Kasi dito we have our rules. Kailangan partner mo, etc. But abroad, you can, right?
Yeah.
What if the patient did it while she was abroad, na nagpa-egg freezing siya, etc. Pwedeng mag-surrogacy doon.
Yeah.
Long after the mom is gone, pwede bang i-avail ng
Ay,
husband?
tama. Uy, good
Diba?
question yan.
Kasi diba,
Halimbawa,
pagka
may nangyari
you
sa
passed
nanay.
on, diba? Parang you still want a family with your partner.
Good one.
So we're just talking about the eggs ba muna dito or embryos? Kasi different scenario yan eh.
Eggs that become embryos.
So
Ayan, nabalyan.
umpisa muna sa eggs kasi, di ba, solely kasi sa'yo yon, sa babae yon.
Okay.
So, your consent, sa'yo talaga yon. And in our consent, sasabihin mo yon, may mga ititik kang boxes sa amin. In case of my untimely demise
Yeah.
or kasi ayaw man natin pag-usapan, kailangan eh.
Yeah.
I'm leaving someone to be the parang designating this person, sometimes the mommy, to decide for me, or pwede na niyang sabihin outright, itapon nyo na pagka in my untimely demise. Pwede yun. That's for eggs. And then for embryos naman kasi, it's more complicated. Kasi property niyong parehas yun eh. It's the husband and the wife. Sa inyo
Kasi
parehas
ano
yun.
na, tama.
Oh, kaya part din ng consent yan. What if one of the partners, parang something happens to one of the partners? So, nasa consent din yon na I refuse, I want it to be parang to be frozen, cryopreserved. Parang ayokong ipatransfer. Nakalagay na yun sa consent. Or, sasabihin niya, the surviving partner will decide. So, parang ano lahat yan, notarized talaga, para at least before pa, napag-usapan na natin kung anong gagawin natin sa kanila.
Walang butas, kumbaga.
Yes,
All
kasi
bases
mahirap. It can
covered.
be very, messy pag hindi natin yun inayos.
Oo, yun nga. Pero yun nga, what happens, may option na pwedeng pang magamit yun if in case okay kay wife
Kung
at
sinulat
husband.
nga at nag-sign sila parehas that the surviving partner will decide. Although, in the Philippines nga, hindi natin ginagawa yung
Correct, oo,
surrogacy.
kasi
So,
bawal
hindi
na
rin...
surrogacy. Pero pag kunwari, abroad nila ginawa, pwede pala. I mean,
Hirap na, hirap sagutin. Scientifically,
it's
pwede.
possible.
Oo.
Ito, question lang
Yes.
just in case, magsara yung center nyo.
Okay.
Ilang years na ba yung...
Yung first center namin, we're celebrating our 13th year, the one in
Wow!
Makati. And then yung Quezon City Center kasi namin mas bata. We just recently opened ng 23 November. So, kung magsara.
Oo, anong
so,
chances na magsara?
Medyo
Ano
naman.
nangyayari sa eggs?
Actually, that's a good question kasi natanong na din kami ng mga patients natin.
Kailangan,
Oo,
diba?
kailangan. Kaya may sagot din kami. So, kung magsasara, for example, siguro naman hindi both, 'di ba? So, meron din doon na kung something will happen, ita-transfer namin yung eggs to another center to take care of it. Parang ganon. And then, actually, part nga din ng concept na hindi ka na muna namin mai-inform if emergency. But i-inform ka namin pag natapos. Parang ganon.
Tapos, Doc, properly labeled naman yan.
Yes, everything is properly
Kasi
labeled.
yung egg, akala mo egg mo yung pala egg
Oo
ng...
nga, actually kapraningan,
Isang-
di ba? Kapraningan questions. To, pero totoo
Yes,
ba?
that's a valid
question lang,
question.
oo.
That's a valid
ano yung
question.
kind of security ng mga egg, di
Diba?
ba?
Pag nagkasunog, whatever.
Actually, if
Ano
you
yun?
visit our center, makikita nyo how we value yung security of knowing that it's really yours.
Yeah.
So, meron kaming finger scanning na i-register namin yung fingerprint mo. So, parang ganon. Yun yung unang-unang step namin. So, when we do the surgery, pagpasok mo sa OR, fingerprint mo yon to make sure na lahat ng labels sa operating room, yung ultrasound namin, labels na mapiprint, ikaw lang.
Okay.
So, parang one ano yun. Kasi galing yun sa fingerprint mo
correct.
eh.
Oo.
And then, other than that, we do double checking. I-announce ng nurse yung number mo, yung name mo, para lumapit ka sa kanya. And then, pagpasok nyo sa OR, di ba, nag-fingerprint ka na, lalabas na lahat yung names mo dun sa records namin sa operating room. Pati sa embryology, i-announce ulit yung name mo para ma-double check namin lahat na
Ikaw yun.
Ikaw yun. Eh, syempre, gising ka pa. Alam mo na ikaw yun. Kasi kung ibang name yung ina-announce, for sure, malalaman mo, oy, hindi ako yan. Makakatch na kagad yan. So, that's one of, we have a lot of protocols in place to avoid yung mislabeling.
Yes.
And then, our embryologists, they work in pairs. Yan yung talagang rule namin. So, someone has to double check. Hindi pwedeng mag-isang nagtatrabaho yung embryologist.
Tama. How long is the process pala for egg freezing?
Yun. That's only 2 weeks, di ba? Like I said, day 2, we'll see you in the clinic, and then 8 to 11 days of injection. By day 12 to 14, we are already getting the eggs. Very fast. And then in that 2 weeks time, siguro makikita ka namin in the clinic around 3 to 4 times, including the egg harvest.
Oh, ay, wow.
Mabilis lang.
So, efficient. Talaga alam nila na busy lahat, no?
Oo.
3 to 4 times na kita magkita. Huwag kang magkalala. Ang injection mo, 11 days, pero 3 to 4 times na tayo sa clinic. Kasi di ba tayo, 11 days, babalik-balik ako.
No.
Busy ako.
Tuturuan ka namin how to do it.
correct.
Tuturuan ka ng nurses namin. We have videos, how to show you. But of course, kung hindi nyo talaga kaya, we can do the injections. But I tell the patient, kaya mo to.
Kaya.
Kasi
Oo.
para hindi ka na pumunta every day.
So, 13
most of
years
the
na, no,
patient-
yung first.
Yes.
So, that was in
2012, yes.
2012. So, yung 2012, Doc, 2 years old pa lang yung bunso ko kasi nanganak ako noong 2010. So, kung nagpa-harvest pala ako noon, ng 2012, pwede pa yung eggs ko at the age of 40,
We still have patients who are doing that. Although, syempre, mas maganda, mga 30s.
Wala na din
Oo.
pala pag-asa.
Yun yung hindi, pero pwede pa rin.
Gusto ko yung nagbabalak ka pa, Mamu, Grabe yan, Nagbabalak pa,
Pero during that time, I think, pwedeng-pwede ka pa.
That
Kung
time,
freeless mo yung eggs mo during that
Kaso
time.
hindi ko naman kayo na-meet ng 2012. I really
So
wanted
it was
to have at
not
least
very
3
popular
talaga.
yet
Three.
Actually kasi sa totoo lang, natanggal lang yung elective na yung tawag doon yung sa egg freezing, doon sa parang hindi na siya, parang accepted na siya noong 2013 all over the world. Parang ganon.
Before that, hindi pa pala.
Hindi pa
Prior to
masyado
that.
kasi more on for ano pa siya. Experimental.
Oo.
Kasi before,
Experiment.
experimental before 2013. And then, 2013, yung ESHRE, tinanggal na nila yung term na experimental sa egg freezing. So, mas ginagawa na talaga
Ayun
siya.
na.
That's nice. Last na
Yes.
lang, Doc, before we let you go and promote your
Yeah.
clinic, what can you say about women now in their 40s giving birth more than teens?
You mean,
Because there's a recent studies that show
More
na mas marami na raw
40s na
women
women.
40s na nanganganak.
Oo.
Okay. Actually, even getting pregnant pa lang, medyo mas mahirap na kasi talaga eh. Remember what I told you about the age of 35 na biglang babagsak na yung fertility rate, tataas yung miscarriage rate. So kasi kung yun yung magiging plan natin, mas madami tayong complications na dapat maging handa. Kasi nga, ang 35, you're already considered as high risk because of just your age. So, lalo pa yung 40, diba? Although kaya pa din, pero mas kailangan maalagaan and kasi mas madaming possible complications such as hypertension, diabetes, nandiyan na yun eh. Oo. And even, of course, the rate of having abnormal babies kasi compared to a 40 years old and a 20 years old, syempre mas mataas yung rate for abnormal babies for
Risk,
older
no?
patients. The risk. I'm talking about the risk.
The risk.
The risk.
But it's
yeah.
still doable. We have a lot of patients.
And that's happening right now. What I was saying is, yung studies na kaka-publish lang, mas marami ng women in their 40s who are having kids versus teens for the first time.
Ayun yung may
It's probably
nagpa-freeze na
because, di ba,
Shift
nagkaroon
nga.
na ng shift because of women empowerment.
Yes.
Women wanted to work first,
Yes.
to improve in their career.
Yeah.
It's really because of that.
Yeah.
Hindi na yung tayo nasa bahay tayo
Yeah.
na magkaanak na kagad. I think it's because of that. And parang mas open na for...
Kaya nakakatuwa nga si Carla, naging very open siya.
Yes.
Kasi I learned so much from her post na possible pala to. Good na lang na she was very open and sharing her experience on social media. Galing nga.
Yeah.
Kaya good luck. I pray for Carla na pag ready na siya. Excited ako na yung kanyang magiging
Siya.
baby. Yun na yung pinrease.
Yes.
Tapos magiging embryo. Tapos
That's right.
magpapagbantis na siya. May PCOS ba siya? Tama ba, Doc?
No, I cannot talk about it.
Pero
I'm
yung
so
mga may
sorry.
PCOS, pero yung mga may PCOS, may ma-harvest ba yun na
na eggs.
Oo, na eggs. Kasi may PCOS
Meron pa din naman. So, talking about patients with polycystic ovary syndrome talaga. 'Di ba? Kaya sila polycystic ovary syndrome kasi yung ovaries nila, madaming mga maliliit na cysts. Kaya siya
yun.
polycystic. Parang ganon.
Madami.
Pero
Poly.
may criteria yun na. Hindi lang yun yung sole na criteria for the diagnosis of polycystic ovary syndrome. So, meron pa din paring ma-harvest. Although, minsan sinasabi ko sa patient, sometimes yung quality ng eggs nila hindi kasing ganda ng someone without PCOS.
Okay.
Although madami pa rin nakukuha.
Oh, that's
Madami
nice.
pa.
Alright. Doc, thank you so much. Please promote your clinic.
Doc.
Saan po ba pwedeng puntahan, bisitahin?
Okay, so if you're considering egg freezing or if you're just even thinking about it, visit us. Talk to us so we can answer your questions. We can guide you through the process. We can address your hesitations. Visit us in Cato QC, that's in Conceive IVF Manila along Quezon Avenue, sa harap lang ng National Bookstore. So it's very easy to go to.
Yeah.
And then our other clinic is in Makati. It's at the Enterprise Center.
Ayun,
So Cato Repro Biotech Center.
Ayun. Papahabol lang So, syempre nag-google ako. Carla Abellanas not publicly confirmed that she has PCOS. But what she has mentioned, siya yung nag-mention, she had hypothyroidism, which she revealed and diagnosed in 2019 and was perimenopausal pala at age 37. Wow, ang aga nun para maging perimenopausal siya. Yun ang sinabi niya as revealed by GMA Network. So I never knew na nagperimenopause siya at 37.
I'm not sure about the news. So
it's here
I cannot comment about it, and also I cannot reveal any medical conditions.
Ayun lang, I'm just reading from
Yes,
the GMA Network site.
So I have no
She
comment.
was diagnosed. Sinishare ko
I
lang
hope
din
you
sa
understand.
viewers natin. No need to comment, Doc. I was just sharing sa mga viewers natin na ni-reveal niya pala na meron siyang perimenopausal at age of 37 and hypothyroidism.
Pero buti na lang naka-harvest, di ba?
Yun yung maganda.
Bongga-bongga. Exciting.
Yes, may option talaga.
Correct, yun
Thank
nga.
you, Doc Edna Lian.
Thank you, Doc Edna Lynn of Medical Director po of Conceive IVP.
IVF.
IVF pala.
Manila.
Sorry again, it's Conceive
IVF Manila.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you so much for having us.
Ang daming
Welcome,
naliwanagan, lalo na yung mga
Oo.
viewers natin na bata-bata pa, di ba?
Correct.
Sa aming pagbabalik, labasan naman ang best recipe ng lasagna. Mukbangan na po tayo. Ito nakaka-IVF to, di ba? Pwede tayo makaka-harvest kayo dito dahil sasaya lahat na magpapa-harvest pag natikman nila to. Sa pagbabalik yan ng...
Inay ko po. Harvest ng happy hormones. Happy hormones.
Wow, ang saya. Isang barangay na labada, puro mancha pa. Goodbye.
Ni Rapid Taste po ni Papo to. Nagpadala na sila sa amin, Lasagna Manila. Si Papo kasi hindi niya sinasabi ang positive. Alam mo naman, pandemic, di ba? Positive ka ba? Negative ka ba? Pinasitive niya to. And I'm so happy, nandito sila ngayon. Na-meet na namin finally in person. Yung nagpadala sa amin during the pandemic. And they thrived during the pandemic. They're now here. Ang ating lasagna girls. Eto na. Hindi ako magsalita. Kasi kumakain daw kami.
Sobrang sarap ng fried chicken, guys. Ito yung magugustuhan ng anak ko. Sure na sure ako. Kanina pa raw to nandito pero crunchy pa rin.
Crunchy pa din. Ito
Pati yung gravy, grabe yung umami. Sobrang
Oh
sarap.
my God, sarap.
Ang secret recipe po na ito, no, itatanong natin sa mag-ina! Miss Danica Leong at Vida Leong, owners ng Lasagna MNL Manila.
Yeah, thank you so much.
This is so good. And guess what,
It's
guys?
so good.
Bigay muna natin, syempre lasagna ang kanilang dish. Malamig to, ha? At gusto nila patry ng malamig.
And we did.
At
And
masarap.
kahit malamig siya,
Ito
masarap.
mainit,
Hindi yung parang
napakasarap.
masebo, ha?
Oo, masarap
Diba
din.
usually pag malamig na sumisebo?
Correct.
Ito hindi. Zero sebo. Yung
That's
lasa.
true.
And masarap din siya pag warm. So parehong okay. Yun.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to
Paano
the
nyo
show,
naisipan na,
Danica.
Thank
paano
you.
nyo
Thank you
naisipan
for
yung
having us.
spin na yun? Na try it na cold, try it na hot.
Yeah, you're that confident.
Actually, that's one of the unique selling propositions talaga of our lasagna, and we're glad that we are hearing it from you.
And
no?
experienced it.
Yes.
Kasi normally, I wouldn't eat lasagna na hindi microwave or hindi bago
Yes.
luto, ganyan, or
Correct.
hihilitin ko pa.
Yes.
Pero because you challenged us, we did.
Wow,
Tama,
thank
pareho
you.
rin ng lasa.
It came actually from our customers also. They tried it cold. Kaya kami
Ayun.
nagulat eh. Kasi sanay kami na mainit.
Correct.
Pinapakain ko sila lagi, hindi pwede hindi mainit.
Walang masebong lasa. How
Oh,
is that?
thank you. Actually,
Like malamig.
it started kasi, the concept kasi is really home cooked food business,
Yeah,
no?
yeah.
And then at the time we were, kasi the pandemic, 'di ba, forced you to just do grocery runs once a week lang, ganyan. So we said maybe we should try having food in the fridge that we can just heat and eat later on.
Tama.
And my mom, the way she really does her lasagna is it's chilled talaga. So, and then what we do is that pag iba hindi kami sabay-sabay kumain sa bahay, i-heat lang yung
Tama.
portion na
Na
kakainin.
anytime may
Yes.
pagkain sa
Pero
ref.
kami,
Oo.
talaga, what we do is we always eat it warm. Kasi gano'n naman dapat
Exactly,
diba?
oo.
So, until we had this available for the people nga to buy online, sabi namin, yeah, let's keep it na chilled, no? Kasi it also prolongs the shelf life. Kasi
Yeah.
if you receive it either frozen or chilled, diba, tendency,
Yes.
it's no longer parang sensitive to temperature changes, ganyan. So, kahit later na nila i-heat, so on and so forth. And then we're surprised kasi we've been hearing from customers that they love to eat it malamig.
Yeah.
Sabi naman, hey, we've tried your lasagna chilled, no? Talaga.
Basically, it's on the meat.
And then we
The
tried it.
part of the meat.
Yeah. And then
Hindi
we,
masebo yung beef.
Yun.
yeah. So the meat that we use is really lean ground beef, no?
Yung hindi yung may fat.
Hindi yung
Oh,
may fat,
yun.
yes. That's why even on the cooking process alone, so when in the kitchen, no, so of course when we do the red sauce, we already see that wala talaga, bawal yung may oil.
Bawal ang oil.
So it's very, it should be lean ground beef.
Tell us about
That's
the
what we
recipe. Ito ba handed down from generation to generation?
Mahilig talaga ako magluto. I don't know.
So
I
it
don't
started
have,
from you talaga.
Swerte!
Talaga.
I don't have any formal background
Cooking,
in cooking.
Yeah.
Wala talaga. Mahilig lang talaga akong pakainin sila.
Pero mother's cooking is the best.
Yes,
Thank you.
I
Yeah,
agree.
I can,
agree.
Yeah, I can say
She
that.
really has no formal background in
training.
terms of cooking, but we always loved her cooking, no? And we
And
always
us
say, thank you.
And us too. Galing pa-adapt.
Thank you, mga anak.
Actually,
Adapt.
my
I
friends
have
would
so
all
many
love to be
children na.
adopted by her just because of her cooking, no?
Ilan kayo magkakapatid?
We're two.
Ayun. Swerte ng mga anak niyo, ma. Na-imagine ko na yung household niyo dahil kayo ang nagluluto eh. So, hindi lang time sure ng ano niyo.
yeah.
So, paano nyo
Something
inopen to? Kasi nga, nag-start na gusto mo lang magluto, you
Yung
love cooking
pandemic.
for, like many moms, right? Like, we love cooking for our loved ones. Who said
Yeah.
na gawin natin to negosyo?
Yeah. Actually, yun nga, we're a pandemic-born business. In 2020, that was June, I remember.
Oo, grabe,
I was just
year.
craving for her lasagna that time. And then I told her, ma, gawa ka naman. And then the following day, she did, no? And then we gave it to friends and family. Because at that time, it was such a big gesture to give away food for
Yes!
friends and
Grabe,
family.
During that pandemic,
So-
bigayan talaga.
Correct.
Lalo na
So-
pag meron kang friend na na-COVID.
Yes.
Talagang
Oo,
papadala
ayun.
yun.
Ayun talaga. Ay,
So, it
kaya,
was-
kaya kahit walang COVID, minsan yung friends ko,
Humihingi sa'yo.
yeah.
Wala excuse. So, we gave it to friends and family, and all of them, they loved it.
Yes.
And then, we said, we asked ourselves, why not sell it online? Because at that time, admittedly, that was also the boom of the food businesses. Diba?
True.
And then, the following day, I just created an Instagram and a Facebook account. I took photos of the lasagna. What's good with mom's cooking is that aside from it's really delicious, it's also made beautifully. She loves talaga to do plating, to make our food beautiful. No, kaya lagi my camera roll will be filled with her photos,
Grabe.
the food that before we eat, kasi it's really plated really well. And then, so that's how it came about. When the next thing we know is that people are already being enticed by the photos of the lasagna, and then they're ordering and reordering. And then the next thing we know is that we are being picked up already by
Gulat
online
na lang kami.
sites, by advocates, by influencers, and by, as I mentioned earlier, the
Actually,
first
ano
feature
no?
is with rapid taste, and
si
the rest was history.
Yes.
Actually,
Actually,
what was the feedback? Yung kay Papo, yung nag-rapid taste siya.
positive.
Actually,
As in.
Miss Ken, hindi ka na niya napatikim noon.
If you can still
Kasi ako nun!
You are the one who's
pero
picture.
Ayaw nga,
parang
nag-video
naubusan
ako.
ka
Tama.
na niya.
Ako yung taga-video, tama.
Tapos na siyang kumain.
Nakalimutan na
Tapos
niya.
sabi niya, ay, oo nga pala. Akala mo, nakalimutan ko ha. Sabi niya gano'n.
Natago niyo pa yung video, ha?
Yes. It's because
yes.
that is the first talaga.
Na-influence
Ay,
kayo after that.
wow!
Yes,
Nakakatuwa.
we did.
Pero,
It really helped us a
naman.
lot.
Alam mo, ano ba yung uli ko kay... Pwede ba uli ako kay Julius?
Oh,
Ayan
yes,
na,
of
oo.
course.
Up to na tumatayo
souvenir.
balahibo ko whenever I remember
Actually, that
Ayan,
feature,
I have goosebumps.
actually, that feature was the gateway for us to be featured by other sites kasi we were picked up by
Thank you so
when in
much.
Manila, and they tagged
After
us
that,
as the
tuloy-
creamiest lasagna in the metro.
Oh, wow.
And since then,
Yes. Even this one,
yes, of course. And we'll
Papadala pa namin.
send after this.
Talaga
Yun,
po.
so after
Alam mo,
that,
ng anak ko to. So we started with lasagna and then you moved your way. Dahil ang sarap din ng
May
manok.
chicken na kayo
Yes.
eh.
yes.
It came to a point that it's about time. Kasi
Yes.
in a business, hindi
Or
lang pwedeng yun lang
innovate
eh.
na.
Yes.
Yes.
Kasi akala namin after ng pandemic, ano na eh. Mawawala na eh.
Oo,
Dahil lahat
oo.
lumalabas na
Yes.
eh. So, naisip namin, I think it's about time. So,
We
nag-usap
innovated.
ulit kami. Balik na naman ako
Yes.
sa kitchen. Test kitchen na nga ngayon eh. Hindi kitchen.
Ay, grabe.
Actually,
Just
for-
say, ang sarap ng gravy niyo.
Grabe.
Thank you so
Sarap.
much.
Alam niyo
Ganito
ba?
ang fried chicken nyo sa inyo ever since. Ang
Yes.
sarap pa.
Yes,
Ano,
that's how
pwede
she
nyo
makes
gawing
her
soup.
gravy.
Kaya
Wow!
nga eh.
Sarap.
Ang sarap talaga.
Parang, mushroom soup.
Ang galing, ang galing. Yes.
We can
Continue,
also
continue.
make that, no?
Yes.
Actually, for about 3 years, so from 2020 to 2023, we only had our lasagna as the only item in the menu, and we're proud to say that we thrive with just that. But then again, just like what Mom mentioned, we felt the need to innovate and at the same time listen to our customers.
Yes, the customers.
Kasi they've been clamoring for the perfect partner. Actually, what we did was we did not extend the menu by just the items on the menu by just simply adding items, no? What we did was
No.
to put perfect
Link.
complements to the lasagna.
We link it. It's
Kasi
a sync.
we still wanna put the lasagna as the highlight, no? Siya pa
Yes.
rin yung best seller. And then, what we did was really to come up with products that would best complement it. Hence, actually, unang-una was the garlic pandesal.
Sarap.
So,
It is the first-
Ayun yung
it's
pang-compliment.
I should
Oo,
say-
tama.
compliment.
I should say, first to it, pandesal, garlic
it's the
pandesal.
first garlic pandesal. Actually, I don't
Oo,
think
ang
there
sarap
is
ng
a
pandesal,
pandesal in
ah.
the market that was made into
oo.
a garlic
Kasi
bread.
iba usually ginagawa
Because
garlic
usually,
bread,
Yung
diba?
ano,
it's a
di ba, yung
baguette.
matigas?
It's a French baguette that you
Yeah,
use.
French
And so the texture is different. So this one, if you
Matigas
taste it,
yun.
it's
Ito, malambot.
crunchier, it's softer, and
Yes.
it's your usual Filipino bread. So everyone can really relate to it. No? And since it's Filipino style, the lasagna, we made it also very Filipino. So hence the garlic bread, the pandesal.
See, you
And
can,
then
you
we
can,
move on.
hindi mo na malalaman yun ang nakakain mo eh.
Hindi mo
Na
na kaya
pandesal.
initin.
Hindi na. Oo.
Yes. And then we moved on to your favorite, the
Yeah,
chicken, the
the
OG
chicken.
chicken. So we call
Ang
it
pangalan?
OG
OG,
kasi it's original flavored. So if you notice, the chicken is just simply battered and deep fried. It doesn't have any other flavor to it. Because yes po, kasi
oo.
the highlight is really the original gravy sauce, which is her
Yun
recipe
yun.
again. So
Actually,
Mami.
walang
Yung
Copyright na to.
Yes.
Yung ano mo, gravy mo.
Yes, patented na
Patented
dapat.
na, oh.
Yes, so if you pair it with the gravy, it
Syrup,
really enhances the flavor of the chicken.
Parang soup, sabi ko, parang soup yung... Imagine mo gawin
At ngayon ko lang tinikman itong pandesal, napakasarap.
Ay, wow. Yes,
Yung ayoko
thank
kasi pag kumakain ako ng garlic bread, yung parang kunwari lang yung garlic butter.
Ang
Yes.
Ito
Oh,
madami.
Yes.
At lasang-lasa ko yung garlic, kaya
Thank you.
pasadong-pasado.
Yes.
Alam niyo, ma'am, para ma-meet niyo si Julius in person.
Oo.
Ngayon pa lang, secretly invite ko na kayo sa birthday episode niya.
Wow.
Kasi yung birthday episode, sa show namin sa hapon. Sa show
Sure
kami,
po.
4 to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, Julius and Tintin.
Yes.
Para sa
Okay.
pamilyang Pilipino. Para
Napakasarap.
ma-surprise siya.
Ay, okay.
We
Naku,
would
sana
love
maalala
Darating
niyo.
kayo
so
doon,
much.
tapos
Thank
ikwento
you.
niyo sa kanya.
Thank you.
Kasi magalala ngayon naman di siya nanonood. Hindi niya malalaman kayo.
Hindi niya malalaman,
ngayon
secret
palang
natin.
iniintan ko na sa'yo.
Surprise.
Kasi kwento niyo yun na siya
Surprise
yung unang-unang nag-rapid.
Yes.
Will-
Correct.
Talaga.
Sobrang
Siya talaga.
sarap.
Siya
Grabe.
talaga.
Dapat
Thank you.
natigilan ko na to
Thank
para
you.
matikman din ng staff mamaya.
Oo, correct.
Siya
Oo,
talaga.
dahil ko kay Elaine.
Wow! And then yung manok nyo, ever since bata ka, ito yung manok na kinakain mo?
Yes.
Sobrang sarap.
Yan na yun.
ang
Yan yung
swerte.
recipe ng bata pa lang sila.
Ganyan talaga.
Alam mo,
siya
lagi
niluto.
silang may baon. Never silang bumili sa cafeteria kasi ayaw nila. Naisip ko kasi, mahirapan pa silang pumila.
Yeah.
Alam mo yun sa
At saka mas masarap yung baon nila.
Yes.
Thank you!
You're
Diba
so
yun yun eh.
blessed.
That's the niche, diba? Parang
Yes.
sorry,
Iba,
Yes,
gourmet.
iba ang luto ng nanay.
Yes,
Oo.
iba.
Yes.
Iba.
Kung may tinatawag na haplos ng ina,
Oo.
lambing ng ina, may timpla ng ina.
Wow.
Timpla ng ina.
Gawin ng t-shirt yan.
Actually, and also the burger, the pan burger, that's how she cooks our burger steak at home.
Ang sarap.
Yan. Ito.
Yes,
Ganyan,
yes.
ganyan.
So, that one naman, we don't put any extender to it. It's pure
Lahat yan.
lean ground beef as well. Because what we wanna do is really just to retain her recipe. We don't put extenders, and then we make sure that it's really quality at the same
Sobra.
time. So, it's like bringing mom's cooking to your home, so the homes of our customers.
Ano yung
And
price point po nito? So, itong first 6 is 800 plus.
Yes.
890 for the
890.
family size. Good for
Wow.
6 to 8. Depending
Wow,
upon the appetite. It can range from 6 to 8.
Because others, they say they can
Minsan nga
consume
dalawa
it in
lang.
one
Yan
sitting.
nga eh.
Good for
Kaya
two.
maganda yung disclaimer na depends kung sino
Depends on
kumakain.
appetite. We
And
always
then,
say.
This one is
Oo,
250.
The pandesal garlic bread is?
That's 99 pesos for 8 pieces already.
Wow!
So,
Parang 10 pesos lang per
yes.
And then si fried chicken.
The
Si
fried
fried
chicken
chicken.
is 260 pesos. So, that's
Wow.
with the gravy already.
gravy.
That's 6 pieces of the boneless chicken.
Ang
And
sarap.
Wow, amazing.
And then the burger steak?
The burger, it comes in 2 variants. One, it has the parang our deconstructed hamburger. So there's pandesal and then the burger. That's a
yan.
combo. It's
Yan yung
240 pesos.
Yeah, we've also created the combo size kasi marami nagtatanong. Lalo na yung mga nasa condo lang na
Yes.
mag-isa.
Yeah.
Hindi nila kaya ubusin. So,
True.
nag-provide kami for them.
Ito yung
the combo size.
Combo size.
Yes,
Pakita natin.
Magkano po yung
How
combo
much po yung
size?
ganito?
that's 200 pesos. So that comes with
diba?
a slice of the lasagna and 2 pieces of the OG pandesal.
Very affordable.
That's the
Yes.
perfect
Because
combination.
if you eat this in the restaurant, it's not just 200 pesos.
Exactly.
Oo.
Exactly.
Na ganyan
Exactly.
kadami.
Mga 300 plus, mga 380,
I mean, of that
395.
quality.
Of this
they will charge
quality,
you.
yeah. Yan.
Ang sarap.
Combo.
Grabe. How do you, did you have a day job before you realize that, hindi, maglalasanya Manila na ako?
Yes, I did. I actually was with marketing, brand, and product development for about 16 years then.
Tagal din.
Yes, so that was with several brands before, and then now I work full-time for Lasagna MNL, actually since 2022. So at the time kasi I thought, the orders were really coming in. There was really an influx, and I said to I told myself, this is the time that I have to decide,
It was a very big step for
whether
her.
Of
we
course,
have
ma'am.
To leave the
photos
corporate
or-
world.
That's why I wanted
I was
to ask
worried
that.
also. Wow.
Diba? Kasi,
Oo.
career, di ba usually ikaw, career ng anak ko,
Yes.
ganito ng anak ko.
Oo.
Pero, minsan kasi hindi natin nare-realize na pwede ka palang kumita at malay mo mas maganda pa yung malaking
It
kita
was
mo.
really a risk.
Yes.
Just within your environment, within your household.
Yeah.
How did you discover that, and what made you take that leap of faith?
Yeah. Actually, it was all trusting in His will first of all, because we actually feel that it is such a blessing for us to be given this. I mean, to have a mom who really cooks well. Because I, for one, I am in a food business, but I really don't know how to cook. So that's one fact. I don't know how to cook, and yet I have a food business. So because for the recipe, it's really her. So sabi ko, is this really the right call for me? I mean, the right thing to do. So what I did was really to sit down. Talagang, it took some time, no? Because being in a corporate environment for quite some time would really be different. But then I weighed the options kasi at that time, I told myself, if pinalampas ko siya, this might not come again.
Yes.
And then at that time, we were really booming. We are receiving a lot of orders. Kami mismo, hindi na kami magkanda-ugaga. I felt the need to really detach myself from my corporate job. Otherwise, this might just slip away.
Yeah.
And I don't know when it will come back.
right
again.
decision.
And now looking back, naisip
Mm.
namin, it was a preparation. Ang experience niya,
And I felt it
Marketing.
really helped. It was a culmination
ako sa
of...
production logistics, quality control.
Yeah.
Ang experience ko din, way back, way
Corporate.
back.
Corporate.
Yes,
din pala
oo,
kayo.
corporate din ako.
She's with operations.
Oh,
And
ang
then I was
galing.
with marketing
Logistics.
naman. So, parang
So,
it's a
looking back,
culmination of
correct.
our previous jobs.
Ang galing ni Lord.
Nag-set siya,
That's why
totoo
it's such
yan.
a blessing. Because
Amen.
We've been
we said,
saying
and she's
that.
also with finance. So I said,
Galing.
parang it's a two women team. Sabi ko,
It was really,
maybe this is really the sign. Because, I mean, this would not be given to us for nothing.
Yeah.
So we
And
said,
also we prayed
why
for
not
this,
make the most out of it?
kung ibibigay niya sa amin, wag niya kaming pahirapan.
At hindi.
Yun
diba?
ang lagi namin
Alam,
sinasabi.
pag para sa yan, naniniwala ako doon. It
Exactly.
will
Yes.
come naturally. It will flow. It's for
Exactly,
you.
exactly.
Masarap din na feeling na if you're your own boss Sarili
Oo,
mong
totoo
negosyo,
yan.
hawak mo, di ba?
Yes.
Hindi totoo na sarili mo oras mo. Hindi rin Hindi rin totoo na marami kang pahinga. Hindi rin But the passion and love na alam mong sa para sa iyo, ang ginagawa mo, ikaw lang talaga.
Correct.
Or with your family or sarili mo. Iba talaga.
Iba yung sense of ownership. Sa'yo yan
Yes,
Alagaan
yes,
mo yan kahit ano mangyari.
Ngayon po,
Diba?
meron kayo, nakita ko may store kayo. Do you
Yes,
plan
yes,
to open a
yes,
restaurant?
Nasaan
or-
to?
We're in
Ma?
Makati.
Ayun pala.
Actually, we opened just last year. Just like what my mom said, we were just trying to maximize our resources. No, we started with just really doing doing operations in our kitchen, using our own personal fridge, our personal supplies. But last year, we took the leap of faith to really open
after 3
our
years,
brick and
right?
mortar
Yes.
store. So,
Saan yan,
it's in Makati.
Where
It's
there?
located
In
near
Calhoun Street in
Evangelista.
Bangkal.
So if you're familiar in Evangelista
Lapit
area,
lang.
so yan. So but we deliver through our through third-party delivery apps. So basta abot ng Lala Move and Grab, we can serve them.
Yes.
Yes.
But also through yung customers namin, far as Antipolo.
Pumunta
Yeah,
dyan, dinadayo kayo.
Oo.
Actually, at first we thought during the easing up of restrictions,
Oo.
that people are flying na they are going out of town.
Tama
ganyan.
kami.
We thought wala nang masyadong mag-order, but
Wala
we're surprised
na.
that
Paano
they
yan?
even bring us with them on their trips, on their vacation.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
yung iba,
Kasi hindi rin
umabot pa
madaling
ng
mapalis,
Singapore.
Hindi rin ba madaling mapalo, so
Hindi
kailangan
rin.
naka-insulate.
It takes about 3 to 5 hours pagka ganon.
So, pwede pang bumiyahe ng Tagaytay.
Yes.
Makakain.
So yung takot namin na mawala yung lasagna at kami, Lasagna MNL, after the pandemic, ang nangyari, dinala pa nila kami kung saan sila nagdoon.
Yes.
So that was really wow.
Pero pwede rin mag-request po ng insulated bag just in case yung biyahe is more than 3
Yes,
hours going to
yes.
their
Actually,
sa
place,
partners
pwede ba?
pwede,
Nadala
diba?
na siya sa Singapore,
Singapore?
Miss din. Kasi meron gustong bumiyahe.
Correct,
And then,
correct.
papadala
So, frozen.
daw
Frozen.
sa
Yes.
family in
yun.
Singapore.
That's
So,
nice.
Kasi
they
bibili
brought
lang.
it with them.
That's
Frozen, no?
Grabe.
Frozen, that's the cold one, the cold version.
You know what? School sabihin. Kasi ako sasabihin, nakakalimutan ko. Yung creaminess niya, yun.
Oo.
Yun yung nagdala.
Doon talaga
Yung nasa
nagsimula
ibaba,
yan.
what do you
Yes.
call that? Bechamel ba?
The bechamel, the white sauce.
Sobrang
Sarap.
sarap.
Hindi ko nga alam na yun ang tawag doon I was making it but I didn't know it was how you call it?
Ma'am, how do you
Bechamel.
preserve the
Bechamel.
ingredients?
Sarap.
Kasi hindi nagluluto yung si
Oh, the
daughter.
ingredients are all fresh.
Yes, actually, that's why we always have a caveat that they have to finish it right away. No?
Ay,
They
of
have to
course,
fully
of course.
consume it right
Yes.
away.
Oo.
Because the lasagna, most especially, it's heavy on dairy products.
Oo.
Plus, we don't really put preservatives,
Yeah.
even cornstarch. That's why the consistency, if you notice, it's not too
Yes.
dense.
Oo,
It's
check
not
na
too
siya.
thick.
Yes.
It's
Kasi
flowy.
nga,
It's very smooth. It's
walang
silky. Because it doesn't have any binding agent.
Oo.
Talagang timpla ng ina.
Timpla talaga.
Timpla
Walang
ng ina.
shortcut, walang shortcut.
Walang
Timpla ng
shortcut.
ina.
So, but in terms of the shelf life, the lengthening talaga, it's really releasing its shell. That's our parang,
Yes.
that's how we combat it, no? I mean, that's how we
That's
prolong the
awesome.
shelf.
That's
Question,
awesome.
ma'am.
Yes.
You're familiar, of course, with Parmigiana.
The chain.
The
yes.
chain, yes.
Hindi. Parmigiana
the-
yung dish.
Yung the other dish. Okay, ito the
Lalagyan na-
restaurant.
Ayan na tayo eh. Medyo-
Eggplant, Parmigiana.
The eggplant lasagna.
We've tried that.
Lasagna.
Ganitong version.
Ganito, pero may
I
eggplant.
know, we've tried
Yes.
that already.
you tried
and it's
that?
already in the... It's already in the...
The back burner ba?
Yes.
Ba?
Ano bang tawag mo doon? Ayan.
Nasa ano nakaline up na?
Actually, we have,
Nakaano na
we
siya.
have tried to
We've
test
tested
it.
it
Oh,
before.
yan. May market dyan. Sure ako.
Yes.
Eggplant Parmigiana.
Yeah.
May mga nagtatanong na kasi.
sabi ko na eh.
So talagang tinetest namin siya.
Oo, totoo.
Yes, we
Okay naman, ma'am.
tinetest namin siya. And it's in the
It
works
actually,
now with the...
actually, insider tasted really good.
Oh.
It tasted really good.
Oh, eto na. Yan, ikaw na yung
Ito
first
na,
time
ito
papatikin
na.
nila.
Ako naman ang magsasabi na, positive,
Positive.
positive. Tapos si Julius na magkakamera sa akin.
Oo.
Yeah!
Ikaw
Ikaw
mo na,
makakalimot.
Mamu.
Ikaw makakalimot ngayon.
Wait, extra na pala
Yun,
tayo.
extra na. Okay.
Oo, please
Ako, natuwa ako sa
invite
usapan
everyone
natin.
Lasagna MNL.
Oo.
Well, we would like to invite everyone. Lasagna MNL. We have our
Facebook
store.
page. Yeah,
We have our
Yeah, we
store
are-
at Makati. And we have our Facebook and Instagram page.
Yes, you can like us on Facebook and Instagram, Lasagna MNL. And you could also message us on our website, lasagnamnl.com.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
Thank you so much, Miss Danica and Miss Vida.
Thank you so
Mag-ina
much.
po, owners ng Lasagna MNL.
Yeah.
Thank
It's a
you.
pleasure. Thank you so much for making us taste this.
Sobra.
Kami today.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Thank you, yes.
Yes, we
Positive.
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 Oo. Paano mga
Thank you.
kainay, ibahagi lang nyo sa amin ang mga topics o concerns nyo na pwede natin pag-usapan tulad nitong Lasagna MNL, Lasagna Manila. At syempre mag-comment kayo sa Facebook at TikTok accounts ng 1PH.
Samahan niyo po kami dito sa 1PH Signal TV at Radyo 5 105.9 True FM every Saturdays 10 a.m. Kami po ang 1PH teleserbisyo para sa Pilipino. Ako po si Mj Marfori.
At ako naman po si Mammu Inay Tintin Babao. Kasama nyo kami sa inyong lakbay sa pagiging isang mabuting magulang.
Para kahit may problema, hindi ka mapapa.
Inay ko po!
Sa mga nakakilala sa akin,